when my friend went through this, I was like, okay, we're going to really amplify this song and give it to women that are going through painful things such as miscarriage or infertility or grief or loss, because those are some deep, heavy topics that, the world needs healing.
So why did I start this podcast? After experiencing miscarriages and going through a challenging period of numbness and anger, I found healing by understanding my emotions, reconnecting with my body, and connecting with my soul, and also my spirit babies. My mission with this podcast is to enter a space of vulnerability and sacredness, of deeply personal stories of women who were impacted by pregnancy loss, miscarriages, stillbirth, and infertility. My goal is to bridge the gap between our losses and the deep spiritual insights that can come with them so that they can guide us toward healing and understanding beyond the physical realm. I'm Daisy May Reyes, and I bring together the wisdom of our wombs as a collective. Welcome to the WOMBen Collective Podcast, presented by the Oversoul Vibration. Today, our guest is Nadine Royale. She's a trailblazing recording artist, actress, and entrepreneur. So Nadine's work here is all about uplifting and healing, especially for women. And her latest music video, I'm Still Here, is dedicated to a dear friend who experienced a miscarriage. And so this is a testament of her commitment to creating art that heals. So Nadine, thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's such an honor to be here.
Yes. So Nadine, you have done so much to uplift and really inspire women through your music. And I want to know what inspired you to focus on creating art that speaks to women's experiences. And can you share how that helps and move who have experienced such difficult times like miscarriages?
Sure. Well, I'm a woman and I've experienced some really painful things in my life. And my friend, I love her so much. She's like my sister, really. Went through a very traumatic experience with miscarriage. And when we decided to shoot the music video, I was like, let's dedicate this music video to her and write the storyline about what it feels like to experience loss and how to overcome and heal. And so that's the story behind the music video, including that. And as far as the song itself, I wrote it in a very dark time in my life when I felt alone and I felt like there was no hope and, I didn't know what was next. But the way I write music is it comes into my head. I just kind of hear it. And so I heard those words, I'm still here. When you're scared or can't see me, I'm still here. When you cry that you need me, I'm still here. And I was like, okay, I have to write this. So I wrote that down and then I went and recorded it. And I was like, okay, this is a healing song. Like this song is a message of hope. And then when my friend went through this, I was like, okay, we're going to really amplify this song and give it to women that are going through painful things such as miscarriage or infertility or grief or loss, because those are some deep, heavy topics that, the world needs healing and they need to know that they're not alone and there's a support system. So that's why I linked the message to that song.
Yes, thank you so much, Nadine. And I'm very sorry for the loss that your friend had experienced and also you going through. And even though you were in the middle of your darkest moments, you're still able to hold space for her.
Yeah,
And
I love her.
and
She's
still
that's my sister. I call her my sister, really.
oh yeah, your beloved sister. Yeah,
Mhm.
and you just held that space for her really dearly. And
Yeah.
even though you had that darkest moment in your life and she's
Right.
going through the same, but you held that light for both of you.
Right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's so beautiful. So would you be able to give us a sample of that song? Can you
Yeah,
sing it with us?
of course. When you're scared and can't see me, I'm still here when you cry that you need me. I'm still here when you say you can't hear me. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. That was a snippet.
So beautiful. I love it. And you have that beautiful song, and it's so powerful.
Thank you.
And how do you channel your messages again? And as you channel those messages, can you share with us the experience that you have?
Sure. I think that because I know you also channel and you're a healer. So, as far as my experience, the way, and maybe you feel like that too sometimes, it's you just want to be still and connect to source or whatever you're channeling and just let it flow. So for me, the music just flows through me. Sometimes, like, it's funny because I'll be doing a show or something and I'll improvise. So the music just comes directly without me writing it first. And then people are like, oh, well, when did you write this? And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't write it. It just came, So especially when I channel while I'm singing, it kind of takes over me and I just focus on loving the audience. My focus is always sending the love and the light and the compassion and the energy to the audience. And then I try to just be a clear vessel as much as I can and just let it flow and not get in my head. That's kind of how that feels for me. And the music, honestly, the music is always on. My head always plays music. And one time I thought this was very normal for people. I thought everybody hears music all day long. And I talked to my friend and I was like, you don't hear music when you wake up? And he was like, no. I was like, oh, okay. So that's when I realized that it was definitely a gift and something a little unusual, but I just hear, I guess, the ethers, and then I just pull down what I hear or I let it sing through me. And that's the feeling that I get. And it's honestly, I feel like this electricity sometimes. Like, I don't know if you feel that, but you feel that energy just comes through and then you feel it come out. And then my friend was talking to me, my other friend, I love her too. I call her Mama Jer. She was like, you know that like your voice is healing, right? And this was early on in my career. And I was like, I don't know what that means. I went to school for music and I trained to be a singer and all those things, but I didn't understand the healing aspect of it. She was like, no, like when you sing, it sends healing frequencies. And I was like, okay, I don't understand what you mean. But then I later understood that feeling that I would get when I'm on stage and it overtakes me and the hairs on my arms stood up like goosebumps and the electricity, that's what she was talking about. And I was like, oh, and then I started studying the spiritual aspect of it more and really started getting in tune with that and going from performance into more energy work. And so I still perform, but I'm still doing energy work while I'm performing in a way because I just let it shoot out. Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense from an energy healer. Totally
Yeah.
makes. But for
Yeah.
those that are listening, I'm actually still having like goosebumps. You're like probably shooting it out right now. So
And suddenly
that
you
sounds
Care Bear
cool.
love. You know how the Care Bears have like the little bellies and they're like love?
Yeah, that's exactly what is happening. Yeah, like, and I totally understand that from an energy healer perspective as well, that, we just simply become a vessel and
Yeah.
just receiving love, and then you shoot it out, like you said, and that's how we send love. And I love how your purpose is, maybe we could say a soul purpose, because
Yes.
you're not doing it one on one with a person, but you're doing it as a collective. You have
Yeah.
a wider audience that you can really reach out through your music, and
Yeah.
when you hold events,
Mm.
they could feel it right there on the stage, or when they
Mm.
listen to your voice, they can just
Mm.
feel it. And I was going to ask you something. I'm an intuitive energy healer, so
Yeah.
for me, when I'm connected to someone, like thoughts come to me, and then they it's like a nagging thought that tells me, "You need to tell her."
Tell me,
I
please.
have to
I'm
tell you.
open to receiving. Please tell me. Yes.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
so this thought came to me while you were talking and said, "Make her let's do like a little meditation. right now. And
Okay.
then with your voice, we will hold our belly and then send a beautiful, just like a healing love. So I believe that that's the message that they want me to tell you.
Let's do it. I'm here. So do you want me to meditate with you and then sing, or what do you want me to do?
Sure. Well, actually, I'll hold the space for you and we can do it together. I'll just, I'll instruct, I'll do a little meditation and then you can start singing however you want to channel the words. We'll end it with your last note and that's it. And I'll start with just a quick little intro hold, breathing in and out and putting the hand on the belly and then I'll let you do the rest and close it out for us.
This is beautiful. I love it. I'm so happy I'm here. Let's do
Oh, yes. All right, let's do it. All right. So to all our listeners, I'd love for you now to just close your eyes and just take a nice deep breath in and out. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Last one. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. And this time I want you to breathe in normally now. But this time, I want you to all imagine and feel there is beautiful light surrounding you right now, wherever you are. You are feeling the warmth like the sun and the cool breeze from the air and the gentleness of just the beautiful energy that is twinkling around you. And as you are in that space, I want you to bring your hands to your womb. And as you bring your hands to your womb, imagine your hands glowing with pink light or whatever color that you want. So just imagine that beautiful light glowing in your hands. And as you stay in that space, I would love for you now to listen to Nadine with her beautiful voice, her healing sound of her voice, and the words of encouragement and healing as well. when you're ready, just simply open your eyes and embrace yourself and give a pat on your shoulders. Just give yourself a big hug and just receive that love and that healing. So thank you, Nadine. Thank you so much.
I was going to cry on this podcast, but now you have me.
That wasn't the intention, but tears are also healing. So thank you
Tears
for
are healing and it's okay to cry. It's just, I always feel like a crybaby.
Oh, they're beautiful tears. And I still have the goosebumps, it's not going away. So
You know why I'm crying? It's because, I don't know, I just can feel the energy of your listeners, like that we're reaching. And I don't know, I just want them to know that they're loved and that it's going to be okay. They're going to be all right. It's going to be okay. And even when it feels like there's no hope, there's hope and there's light at the end somehow, you know? And so I just feel a really overwhelming feeling of love. I
yes.
think that's why I'm crying.
And as a matter of fact, I was meditating this morning and I thought I had enough love already, But
Yeah.
there is this saying I always tell myself, love always fulfills. And I forgot about that statement. And when I was meditating and I kept repeating it and repeating it, I was like, oh my God, yes, love does fulfill, you know?
Uh-huh.
And and then I just started crying. And that
Yeah.
cry was not really a cry that regret that I forgot about it. It's more like cry that yes, I do love you. And it's like a beautiful reminder, So yeah, it's okay to cry and be reminded that when we cry,
Yeah.
it's like literally an angel is really hugging us.
Hmm. I
That's why I
love
have
that.
the goosebumps, because I feel like my angel is here and they're hugging me. And, even our
Mm.
angel babies, the
Yes.
soul of our
Yes.
baby, they're here.
Yes.
So, yeah. And
That's so beautiful.
thank you for that beautiful voice.
Thank you.
And thank you for
Thank you
also
for
feeling the energies of our listeners as well. And,
Mhm.
and really explaining to them that we feel what they feel right now. As an
Yeah.
empath, we feel it, and that's why we're here. That's why we created this space so we could envelop all of you with love and that's
Yes.
also first, right?
Yes. I love that. This is so good.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that I got to connect with you. I'm so really
Me,
honored to be with you.
me too. And I know it's evening time there, but you're making the time for us, so thank you.
Yes, I love it. I have to come to Alaska too. I wanna come to the mountains. I wanna see all the cool things. Like I have to visit.
Definitely. You'll be most welcome here. So, Nadine, your work really aims to uplift and heal. And just like we did today, you just did that, together we
Yeah.
did it. But I
Yeah.
really love your passion,
Thank
for
you.
focusing on women's healing through
Yeah.
music and art. And what is your motivation? What drives you to do that?
I come from a line of very powerful women. My mom and my Oma, which is grandma in German, are just powerhouses. And they have taught me faith and love and how to be a divine feminine woman. And they've just always been my rocks. And I didn't really have my father growing up. So he left when I was younger. So the feminine energy has always been what took care of me and protected me. Right. So it feels like it's my duty and my service to give back to the feminine collective because it healed me and took care of me. Does that make sense? And I'm obviously also a woman, so it just I hate seeing women in pain and hurt. And sometimes also I feel that we can't express ourselves because we have so many roles, whether you are a CEO or a mother or a wife or a sister. There's so many roles and responsibilities women have, and they're not allowed to break down because then they're seen as weak or dramatic or whatever. And sometimes you just need someone to hold space for you. You just need someone to listen, someone to understand what you're going through. And especially your listeners that are dealing with some very, intense situations and grief and loss, that those are painful emotions. I think it's important that I use my art to bring comfort because that's what I'm created to do. I like you said, my sole purpose, I believe, is to create art that heals and inspires. So I think that's why it's important for me to take care of the women collective because I am a woman. I understand. I might not understand the miscarriage and the fertility loss because I don't have children and I haven't been through that situation, but I've seen my friend who's like my sister to me go through it. And so I think it's a space that deserves love and healing and inspiration. So that's why I want to be a part of your podcast today.
Thank you, Nadine, and thank you for being a part of that and opening your healing space to the WOMBen Collective. And I named it WOMB, because
I
we're
know I love that with the B, the WOMB. That's so smart. I love that.
yes, and we are a woman, yeah, and collective, and we can heal through each other.
Right.
That's what's happening, yeah. And
Mhm.
you here, it's so welcoming and so heartwarming, and thank you.
Thank you.
So, Nadine, what projects are you currently working on? You mentioned that that's kind of like your sole purpose to create art that heals and music that heals. So, do you have any project going on?
Yes, I have a lot of projects going on. So one of my projects is my company called Ascendi, and it's affirmation apparel wear. So I have sports bras that say I am resilient, I am powerful, I am courageous. It's just about wearing clothes that make you feel powerful. And so that's my baby. I've been working on that for I think I'm into a year now. I do the designs myself and I work with a manufacturer, but everything I create, it's not just like, oh, I like that. I'm going to pick this. It's I create the designs and I create how I want it to look and the words and the affirmations because I want them to have a meaning. So, and then I want to do a playlist with like workout music that's empowering that you can listen to while you're working out and wearing Ascendi. So it's a whole collective that I'm working on with that one. As far as music, I'm about to release a new single called Get What I Want, which is a manifestation single. And so it's going to have affirmations and different frequencies to help you manifest your dreams. That's the focus of the song is to put you in that mental space that you can manifest anything you desire. So that's that song. I'm excited about it. The record is called The Alchemist. That's the name of the album. But the single that's going to release, I want to say September, is called Get What I Want. So those two are my projects I'm working on. And then I'm also doing a TV pilot for a mental health awareness film. Well, TV show. It was a short film turned into TV show that I'm working on, still green lighting, but that one is also a very special project to me. So I will create more content online. So hopefully, when people look for my socials, they can keep up with me. Sometimes I get very busy just making the art, but I'm trying to be more active on the socials so that I can engage with the listeners and let them have something in the periods while I'm working versus just like I'm gone for 6 months working and then here I am with a project. Like I want to kind of let them in more so that I'm not just ghosting and coming back out. I'm trying to be more consistent with posting on social. So
Oh,
that's what I'm working on right now.
that's so wonderful, Nadine. And would you share where they can find you and also
Yeah.
your music and the apparel that you were speaking
Yeah,
about?
absolutely. So you can go on my website, www.nadineroyale.com. So NADINEROYALE.com. And then Ascendi, where you can find the apparel affirmation wear. It's Ascend, so www dot again, and then Ascendi, ASCENDI.shop. And it's also linked in my Instagram and my Facebook. And I'm sure we can put the links up or something for everybody to see. It's just my name. So
Yes, and I'll make sure that the links that you said will be in the description below.
awesome.
And yeah, and so people can reach out to you and and
Yeah.
also download some of your music. Is that where they will find your music as well?
Yeah. So they can find my music on my website. They can also do Spotify. I think I'm on iTunes and Apple, like all the main streaming ones have that. I'm Still Here, though, that specific song is on my YouTube only. So they'll have to go to YouTube for the I'm Still Here video. So maybe we can link the I'm Still Here video. That would be really
Oh,
good.
yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay.
Send that, and then I will make sure that it will be available here.
Hey, awesome. That's so exciting. And then they can subscribe and hang out over with me at the channel. And I was thinking about doing like a live stream because I love what we did today. I thought that was really cool. And I would love to be with people like doing a live stream doing it, So I really want to build a community. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, the more that we can reach, the more
Yeah.
that can heal too. Yeah, with
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah. And I'm also available. Like if people, I don't know if people have this, but you know how some people have like healing retreats? I'm really interested in coming and maybe singing and, they can book me as well on my website if they want to. So do some healing work and stuff like that. That would be fun too.
oh, that would be nice. I'm thinking about creating a retreat here in
Yeah.
Alaska. So,
And then I'm coming if you're doing that. Then I'm definitely there.
yeah, well, that's in the future plan. So definitely you will be
Yeah.
invited.
Thank you. How cold is it? What do I have to wear?
Oh, summer's the best time to come here. So,
Okay, perfect.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah. Wintertime, definitely you'll have to like triple your coats. So,
Okay.
well, hey Nadine. So, like I mentioned, our audience here in WOMBen Collective, they have experienced some sort of loss, due to pregnancy, infertility, also miscarriages,
Mhm.
and they are here in our channel because they are seeking ways to heal, and
Mhm.
also just find themselves again. So,
Right.
what words of encouragement, would you like to give them? As they heal.
Yeah. I think my words are healing is not linear. And sometimes you feel like, okay, I've healed. And then all of a sudden something hits you and you remember a memory and then you feel like you're spiraling and that's okay. It's okay to process the emotion. It's okay to be gentle. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to scream, to cry, to let it out. I think it's important to move the emotion and the pain out of the body. So, however, you can find a way to let it out. I think art is an amazing way. Music is an amazing way. Somatic dance, I think is very powerful to move the energy out of the body. And then also connecting with support groups or therapy or healers, however, whatever works for you. I can't say specifically because everybody has a different way of healing, but there's a lot of different options. And I think finding a group of supportive people and being gentle with yourself in the process and really taking off that feeling of guilt and shame and feeling like it's your fault. I think that's one of the biggest ones I've seen is feeling like you're not good enough or why did this happen to me or I must not be XYZ. And all of those lies, just really tuning that out and repairing yourself back to yourself. And obviously, you'll never be the same after such an experience, but you will come out stronger like a diamond at the end because you will see that you were able to endure something that you thought you would never be able to get through. And then you can offer healing to another woman that's going through something like that, that didn't think how would they go on after that. So I think creating space to heal, being gentle, taking away the feeling of guilt and shame and all that negative energy and surrounding yourself with love. And then also finding joy again, which can be hard because everything is dark and gloomy when you're in those types of situations. I think finding joy in small things. Like I saw my friend, my sister, slowly finding joy again and being like, okay, there was a butterfly today that made me happy. And it's like, good. It's just noticing the small things and realizing that the love is around you and obviously working through the pain, which is heavy and dark, but then also in reintegrating light and finding joy again and doing things you like and being with people you love and finding comforting things for yourself, finding outlets for yourself. I think that's the best way to find some comfort. And obviously in the spiritual journey, connecting to source or your higher power or guides or whatever you believe in, finding your connectivity back to yourself, I think is important because you get very mad and you get angry and then you're like, oh, I hate everything. And which is totally understandable, but working through all that and just letting love back in. I think those are some steps that I've seen my sister take, which I think were very helpful for her. But definitely also therapy is very good if you have a good doctor and therapist and not giving up hope when it seems dark.
Thank you, Nadine, for that beautiful share. And I truly hope that this message that you just mentioned really resonate to anyone that may be listening, and to those that are listening, we we really pray and wish for your healing also, and to send you more love, and
Yes.
so you could experience the little joy again, like Nadine said.
Um,
And I know it's hard to find that joy again, but that's why we're here.
Yeah, I have one thought. You know how you said that you have spontaneous thoughts that come to your head? I had one of those. My friend's mom used to say, if you can't deal with the day, deal with it hour at a time. If you can't deal with it an hour at a time, to deal with it a minute at a time. If you can't do a minute, do a second at a time. So even if it's like a turtle and you're just taking it 1 second at a time, at least you keep going. And that's I think the message here is like no matter how long or how slow it feels or like nothing has moved, it doesn't get better, like just take it 1 second at a time.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, take one little second at a time, even if it's like 0.0001, at least you took action, right?
Yeah, I've had to do that. It's like a turn off flow.
That's right. Well, Nadine, I really enjoyed our time together, and I really love to hear the rest of your music. So we'll definitely download it from your website and visit in your YouTube. I'm sorry. We'll visit the YouTube and
Okay.
sing with it and let it be our form of healing as well.
Thank you so much. I really, like I said, it was an honor to be on this show. I just so glad we connected. And I can't wait for when you have your healing retreat and I come to Alaska to come with you.
Definitely. Well, Nadine, thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to the WOMBen Collective Podcast. I truly hope that you found this conversation meaningful and valuable. If you like what you heard today and if you would like to hear more, please go ahead and click the subscribe button below.